Hello everyone and welcome back for another Star Trek The Official Starships Collection Review. I finally got my hands on the USS Enterprise E dedication plaque. This is also one of those things that's been out of stock for a while. But I got it in Vegas last weekend at the convention, at the Star Trek convention. And now I finally have, I think, almost all of the plaques now. This is one of many plaques made by Eagle Moss, all the Starship dedication plaques. So far they've done the NX-01 in no particular order, the NX-01, the original Enterprise, Enterprise D, of course the E here, the USS Franklin, the Defiant, USS Voyager. Am I missing any? And of course they're going to be releasing pretty soon plaques from the Discovery and the Shenzhou and the ISS Shenzhou, etc., etc., etc. So it's nice to get these, and now that I finally got my hands on this thing, I just want to show you a little bit more about it. So as you can see, it comes in a nice red box here. It seems they all come in a different box, or a different color that is, and you can kind of see the silhouette, or you kind of see the top view of the Enterprise E there within the Delta. And of course, it says USS Enterprise NCC-1701-E dedication plaque and the Eagle Moss logo there, Star Trek collection logo there. Copyright stuff down here, don't eat it, that kind of stuff. You have more logos and identification marks on this box here. And the back has a nice little, I guess, synopsis about it, and Eagle Moss stuff here, StarTrek.com, and a picture of the plaque itself. So this plaque first appeared in Star Trek First Contact, of course subsequently seen in Star Trek Insurrection, and of course Star Trek Nemesis. And it was designed by the infamous Michael Okuda, and who was part of the art department for several years. And you'll notice that many of the names are on the plaque itself are all from production department and personnel who worked on the series. So yeah, let's get this thing open. And I'm going to press pause for a minute while I deal with the styrofoam, because we all know this stuff can be a mess. Okay, so here it is. The USS Enterprise NCC-1701-E dedication plaque. This thing has a bit of a punch to it. Well, weight, I guess I should say. You can see it has the Starfleet Delta there, USS Enterprise, nice feel to it. Sovereign class, 6th starship to bear the name. Registry number NCC-1701-E, launched on stardate 49027.5. The San Francisco yards, of course, by the United Federation of Planets. And down below it lists all the various personnel involved. And as I mentioned a little while ago, these are all people who worked on the show in some form or fashion. And even Jonathan Frakes gets his name in there, which is kind of nice, considering that he was the director of the film in which this ship first appeared in. And you have more production personnel there. And there you got Herman Zimmerman and John Eves there, the designer of the ship. Michael Westmore, the makeup artist. Michael Okuda, of course, the designer, and Denise Okuda, Doug Drexler, Rick Sternbach, Matt Jeffries, of course, and by ceremony you have, of course, the great bird himself, Gene Roddenberry, and the quote, "To boldly go where no man has, or to boldly go where no one has gone before," which has pretty much been on almost every Enterprise plaque since the original Enterprise, almost. So yeah, this thing is kind of heavy. It has a nice goldish looking color to it. Everything kind of pops out. You can feel it. It looks great. On the back, it's pretty plain, and then you have the hooks, which is nice because some of the earlier editions or the earlier plaques that came out didn't have hooks, and this makes it easier for displaying purposes or hanging, which is definitely a nice touch. And down here you have, of course, your copyright information. Couldn't not have that on there, right? But it was nice that they made it as a sticker so that it doesn't ruin the actual plaque. You can peel this off if you really wanted it to. As far as in your hands, that's about how big it is, and it, you know, kind of has some weight to it, which I think is really cool. And if you have a little book stand like this, I just had one handy, so it fits very nicely if you want to display it. And there it is, the Enterprise E dedication plaque, finally in my hands and in my collection especially. You can find these on Eagle Moss's website, maybe on Amazon or eBay, but Eagle Moss is probably the better way to go about this, or check them out at your convention near you or anything like that. Hopefully they will show up. Again, this follows the lineage of dedication plaques released previously from the NX-01 Enterprise to the original Enterprise, the Enterprise D, which was a free gift back in the beginning plaque. You have the USS Defiant plaque from Deep Space Nine, as well as the plaque from the USS Voyager from Star Trek Voyager. And of course, as I mentioned earlier, there are some dedication plaques coming up for Star Trek Discovery Starships collection. I've seen them. They were on display at the convention in Las Vegas this past weekend. So I look forward to those coming out and getting those and sharing those with you as well. I would highly recommend picking these up. These are awesome, and if you have the wall space or shelf space or little stands like this, several of them, they will look nice, very, very nice on display. Yeah, they weigh a lot, so that you don't have to worry about them falling over. It just kind of sits there, and it's really, really nice, and definitely a nice added bonus as part of the Starships collection. So I would definitely and most highly recommend you picking this up. Again, it can be found on Eagle Moss's website and Star Trek Starships collection. And if you have any questions about it or anything, please feel free to drop it down there below, and I'll do my best to get back to you. So thank you so much for watching, and until next time, live long and prosper.